Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're getting serious about vlogging, you need to have a camera. And chances are very high that you already have a very good camera in your pocket, but there are also other alternatives. And today I'm going to pitch against each other the most popular vlogging cameras that you might find on the market. On one hand, the incredibly powerful DJI Osmo Pocket 3 against the extremely popular iPhone 15 Pro. Let's see which one is going to be the king of the vlogging cameras and which one I'm going to keep. Let's dive in. It's always said that the best camera that you can have is a camera that you carry around with you. And here clearly the iPhone 15 Pro is a camera that I always have with me. I use it quite often for many different things, filming B-rolls, up to filming also professional projects. But on the other hand, if you're looking around on YouTube, you will see an enormous amount of vloggers who are using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So there must be good reasons why they're using actually the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and not their smartphones. And I'm going to give it a deep dive to see what these reasons could be. Little spoiler ahead, I use actually both and even both for my professional video productions, and I kind of love both of them. But there are still things that I love better on this device or on the other device. And now we're going to really open this can of worms. I'll break down everything in the different aspects that you need to know. Be it the form factor and the handling, then of course the image quality and especially also the low light capabilities, the stabilization, which is so important, and then also the audio quality and the audio handling, but also the whole user experience, which will sometimes be a make it or break it experience. When it comes to the form factor and the handling, the two cameras couldn't be more different. The iPhone 15 Pro is a smartphone, of course, and as a smartphone, of course, it doesn't have any attachment points. If you want to attach it to something or if you want to attach something to it, you always need to have some kind of support that you need to buy and attach to it. That's one of the differences. On the other hand, each iPhone 15 Pro comes with 3 different camera lenses. If you choose the iPhone 16 Pro, it has even a 5x zoom lens. But at the end of the day, it remains a smartphone with all the benefits that it comes with. That means you can install dedicated camera apps, which give you access to manual features and so much more. And of course, all the other apps that you can use on a smartphone. The Osmo Pocket 3 is definitely one of the weirdest cameras I have ever seen. When it initially came out with the first version, it reminded me instantly of E.T. and I still think of an alien when I see the little camera head moving here left and right. Besides of that, if you install the additional battery grip, then you have a 1/4 inch hole, which is used to screw the Osmo Pocket to a normal tripod or other accessories. Besides of that, the Osmo Pocket 3 is a camera, and is a camera. It doesn't do anything else except for taking images and videos. And that's a great thing, by the way, as well. The user interface is pretty straightforward. If you have ever been using an action cam by DJI, then you will find yourself quite easily because it uses the same operating system and user interface. The iPhone is traditionally the king of convenience and computational photography and videography. It comes with 3 different lenses, a 48 megapixel main sensor, and of course, all the image processing by Apple, which is legendary. It comes with a cinematic mode, which gives you this nice blurred background, ProRes 4:2 recording, even on external SSDs, so that you can color grade your footage alongside even professional cameras, and a top-notch image stabilization. When you're using both cameras in bright daylight, then these both cameras, they produce very beautiful images. The images out of the iPhone, they are what we expect from the iPhone. They are crisp, vibrant, beautiful colors, ready to share on social media. Exactly what we would expect from an Apple smartphone. But on the other hand, you can also install third-party applications like the Mavis Camera app or the Blackmagic Camera app, and this gives you full access to all the manual features that you might want to have if you want to use it in a professional environment. On the other hand, the Osmo Pocket 3 has 2 unfair advantages compared to a smartphone. The one is actually it has a 1-inch sensor, which is larger than most of the smartphone sensors, including the iPhone. That means it translates into better low-light capabilities, and if you're filming someone in portrait mode, then definitely you have also a slight blurred background, which makes the image so much nicer. On the other hand, of course, it has a 3-axis gimbal, which gives you a perfect stabilization in many occasions. Except for that, 4K resolution, 120 frames per second, that gives you this buttery slow motion that you might want to have. but you have also access to manual features. You can set the white balance, the shutter speed, and all the things that you might want to have. D-Log M gives you a log format, which makes it easier to color grade, but you have also an HDR mode to get the most out of the colors that you're filming. As such, it integrates perfectly also in a professional environment and gives you all the different possibilities that you might want to have. Let's have a closer look now at the low light capabilities, and for this we're going to make a side-by-side comparison. As you can see, the Osmo Pocket is doing pretty well in low light, and of course the 1-inch sensor helps here quite a lot. In addition, combined with a 3-axis gimbal, which gives you the stable images, which makes it also easier to process image. On the other hand, the iPhone struggles a little bit more. Sometimes the image looks a bit over-processed and slightly unnatural, and that's why I would say for low light situations, clearly the Osmo Pocket is taking from me the crown. Let's talk about stabilization. And it's pretty clear actually who's going to be the winner of this comparison, but nevertheless, the Osmo Pocket 3 comes with this rock-solid 3-axis gimbal, which gives you this super fluid footage that you can have only with a real gimbal. On the other hand, the iPhone 15 Pro does a pretty good job actually, but nevertheless, if you have a lot of movements in there, then you will get it to the limits and you will see this typical jello effect. It will not always be perfect, but still, if you don't have anything else, no mechanical gimbal, you can still have great results also with the iPhone 15 Pro, but still unrivaled and simply unbeaten the Osmo Pocket 3. When it comes to audio, everybody who knows me knows that I always prefer to have some professional microphone attached to the camera and never use some internal microphones. But nevertheless, there will be moments where you need to use the internal microphones. So let's see which one is better. So this is a side-by-side comparison. First we have here the Osmo Pocket 3, the microphone which is built in, and on the other hand the iPhone 15 Pro, which is the built-in microphone. If you don't have any microphone at hand for sure, then these options are quite viable, but I would highly recommend that you connect any good external microphone to increase your sound quality. And how to include external microphones? Let's figure it out. If you want to take your audio to the next level and be more professional, then I highly recommend that you connect a professional microphone directly to your device. On the iPhone, you can directly connect USB-C microphones, be it the Hollyland Larks, be it the DJI mics, or be it, for example, also the Rode Wireless Pro or any other compatible USB-C microphone, and it will clearly upgrade your audio quality. On the Pocket 3, you have two different possibilities. Either you connect your favorite microphone using the USB-C port, just the same as on the iPhone, it will work without any problems. Or, and this is another unfair advantage of the Osmo Pocket 3, you have a dual receiver built in for the DJI mics. That means you can, without any problems, directly connect without any additional receivers, either the DJI Mic 2 or the DJI Mic Mini. Let's speak about the user experience, because you have to use these devices. And when it comes to the iPhone 15 Pro, of course, the user experience of iOS is pretty much unrivaled. You have a lot of applications that you can install. It's a camera, but it's not only a camera. If you want to do the post-production right away on your phone, you can do it. If you want to publish it from your phone, you can do it. As such, this is a complete device which gives you a very good usability. On the other hand, the Osmo Pocket is a dedicated camera, and that's very good because it's easy to use. The on-screen interface is very easy to use. Even if you're a non-skilled camera person, you can perfectly use it. What is really standing out for me is simply the fact that you can flip around the camera of the Osmo Pocket 3 and use the same sensor to film yourself while seeing yourself even on the screen. If you want to do the same on an iPhone, you need to do it with a front-facing camera, which is definitely not such a good sensor as a back-facing camera. That's really a minus for the iPhone. On the other hand, we have to compare one single lens without any zoom functionalities on the Osmo Pocket 3. And then on the other hand, you have the iPhone 15 Pro, which has 3 different lenses so that you can also change the focal length. This is partly possible with the latest firmware update on the Osmo Pocket 3, but it will always use the same sensor, which is built in, of course. As a conclusion, I can say, and this will be the unsatisfying part for you, I can say it depends what you really want to do. I cannot recommend now right away saying for you the Osmo Pocket 3 is the right vlogging camera. I cannot say the iPhone is the right vlogging camera for you because it depends highly on your personal preferences. If you want to have the flexibility, having everything in one device, then I would say the iPhone clearly is a good choice for you. If you want to have a more dedicated camera, which has some particular special features, like the 1-inch sensor, the gimbal which is included, then definitely the Osmo Pocket 3 is a better thing. But of course, there you have to carry a second device. But the difference is also when it comes to sound. If you want to have pristine sound on the iPhone, then you need to carry around with you a dedicated receiver, which makes it again a little bit bigger. If you want to have pristine sound on the Osmo Pocket 3, then it's enough just to carry around the little DJI Mic Mini, because the receiver is built in, which makes it of course much less big to carry around with you. So at the end of the day, it's really a personal preference which one you're going to choose. Me, myself and I? Well, very simple. I have both of them. I really love both of them. I film with both of them, even in professional environments, and it depends kind of on the purpose. Sometimes I prefer to use the Pocket 3, sometimes I prefer to use my iPhone 15 Pro. Of course, I'm very curious now what happens with the iPhone 17, which is going to come out in a couple of days. Let's see what it will bring, and let's see how the balance is going to shift then. But till then, I am going to be very happy using both of them. Well, thank you very much for watching. You know the procedure already. If you liked what you watched, then subscribe, like, share, follow me, and hoping to see you very soon again for the next video. Take care.